Приветствую вас, уважаемые пользователи, на универсальном игровом. С вами, как всегда, Дженнио. Мы продолжаем проходить игрушку Goodbye Deponia. Точнее, уже подходим к ее завершению. В прошлой серии у нас что произошло? У нас третий Руфус свалился с неба, второго Руфуса подстрелили. И сейчас мы находимся вот в таком вот странном состоянии. То есть мы держим самого себя же на руках, и нам надо, по ходу дела, проникнуть в танк. Очень много катсцен, я думаю, будет. Потому что как-никак это более или менее конец. Ну как всегда, да. То есть мы должны сами с собой драться? Угу.
Darn it, this hurts! I told you I'm driving. And now, let's vamoose.
Куда ты, дурья башка? Ну, кто бы сомневался, да, что нас сейчас зарядят на Элизиум.
Come on, don't make yourself so heavy. We've still got work to do. I'm afraid you'll have to do it without me. I'm not gonna make it. What are you talking about? Of course you'll make it. No, sorry. He hit me pretty badly after all. You're on your own again now. Promise me that you'll save Goal and Deponia, and that you'll make it to Elysium. Do it. Do it for me.
Погибает, что ли, клон?
Hang in there. You know, it's too late. It's so... You need to stay awake. Do you hear me? Don't worry about me. I'll be all right. Just as long as they don't make me repair Don't leave me now. You'll manage without me. You've always muddled through on having to share the glory. I can't go on without you. Oh, yes, you can. And you know that. Deep, I believe in you. I love you. I know. I'm way cool. Farewell, Rufus. No! Rufus!
Is this gonna take much longer? I don't want to seem unromantic, but we've still got a few gigantic...
Ой-ой-ой, последняя капсула.
That's it, I guess. You finally succeeded in killing everyone after all.
The cannon was our last chance. And now it's plugged up. We are all going to die.
And it's all your fault. Thank you so very much, Rufus.
Stop that! You should be ashamed of yourselves. Are you serious about blaming Rufus? Where would you be without him now? Likely still at home in Kuvak or the floating black market.
Вот я про то же самое хотел сказать.
You wouldn't even have looked up when the bomb towers opened their hatches. It was him who brought you here. He fought for you and your planet. Even though you all hate him, he could have gone to Elysium with me on several occasions. But he didn't, because he refused to sacrifice Deponia to get his way. And now you all damn him for doing the same thing for Elysium.
Goal? Goal! You're alive! And looking good. And you're alive! But why? Where have you been?
It's a long story. But at the end, Argus threw me from the top of the upper ascension station. Rufus, well, one of the Rufuses, jumped after me, and he caught me just before I hit the ground. Then he lost control of his flying robot thingy and crashed. Fortunately, I fell off and managed a soft landing on a burrito stall.
Ларек с лавашами, все-таки мы его уничтожили.
Despite this joyful reunion, hello, Gull. Tony, we are still doomed to die, remember?
Leave him be, Tony. It doesn't matter. There's nothing left for us to do.
I refuse to believe that. There must be another way.
What are you looking
Лезем
at
в
me
пушку и
for?
полетели.
My plan was using the cannon. Do you really think I would have considered that if I had seen another way? If it's a plan you want, you'll have to ask Rufus.
Are you serious?
Goodbye, cool world.
Какая разница, он все равно всем умирать. А Тони
There are so
все-таки
many
симпатичнее
things I've
Гоул.
messed up in the last couple of days.
Of course Rufus has a plan.
Yeah, I have... What?
A plan? What else? A shiny, ingenious, and super duper plan. His best so far. And it starts with a P, right?
Начинается на П. Так, ручка, план. Ага, то есть мы сейчас будем план рисовать.
Don't you have an idea?
I've tried. You were the plan to shoot anyway. And I am...
But you've got to think of some. You're the real...
You're wrong. I may be tidier, more precise, more skilled. But this is not the time, if there ever was, a right moment for a rash.
But
You can do...
Так, понятно, то есть от нас
Only
теперь
a
все
madman
зависит.
could save us now, and that's where you...
Exactly. What we need now isn't just another... We need the most absurd plan you have...
No more. And the ultimate...
Маневр века. Нормально, то есть настолько, что гнобили, а сейчас мы все нормально уже дойдем. Ладно, поехали, давайте рисовать план. Ручка. Берем ручку, рисуем план. Все такие следят. Бедняга Руфус. Он уже не умеет ничего придумывать.
Why not?
You never know what it's like to try.
What have we got to
We'll do
lose?
it that
Sure
way.
beats not having a plan.
It won't get any better if you keep fiddling with it. The wig is a little singed. So what? Be glad at least that the costume survived Oppenbot's fall.
oh yeah, yippee. That way, I was able to pilfer the clothes from my own... I can barely restrain myself from jumping for joy.
Don't you think this is the wrong moment to turn into a...
It's all right. For all I care, we can get started.
Well then, onwards to Elysium.
Вперед на Элизиум. Так, кнопка двери. Либо зажигание. А что за кнопка двери? Ну-ка.
A little air, at last.
Can you move over a bit? Whose hand is
Они все с нами, что ли?
Shut up back there! Rufus needs to concentrate.
Депонианцы,
Can
реально
you
они все
check
с
whether
нами.
anyone's stand...
not me.
It must be you, Luke. Don't be silly. Perhaps you done.
I can no longer...
That's not the case.
Wait. I found the problem. I just need to lift the sandbags.
That is me.
Oh. It's...
Thank you.
Полетели.
This is it.
Неужели в капсулу прилетим?
The final maneuver proved as a move no more nuts as any other plan there was at hand. A perfect occasion for a contemplation of all the events and the writer's intent. It may seem safe to say
Я уже соскучился по этому
Rufus's
чуваку.
way for saving the day is a little snafu. But when shit hits the fan is when a decent man's plan put in a deeper as ever a diver was a scuba to do. Was a scuba to do.
Тут так-то 10 тысяч чуваков.
Uh-oh.
That's what I like about you. You always find a place to park. But couldn't you have picked a spot in the shade?
Huh. Next time you drive and I do the drinking. I wonder why they haven't sounded the alarm yet.
Yes, they appear to be ignoring us. Try to make it work for you.
Okay? If I'm not back in 10 minutes...
Они нас просто игнорируют? Да ладно,
yeah, but I
пойдем.
can't get through. If... Mind if... I hate to... Hello? Attention!
Bailiff on deck.
Division, halt!
Yes, sir, bailiff.
Oh, yeah. I mean that... well done.
Отлично, голос у нас тот же самый, да, что получается у главнокомандующего.
Attention! Bailiff on deck. Hello? Bailiff on deck.
Yeah, we've noticed. Tell us something we don't know.
Really? Mind your manners, will you? A little more respect for our bailiff.
Right. Yep. He's got a point. After all, he's the bailiff.
Yes, exactly.
Как-то реально бейлиф сзади, за спинами, да? Ну, то есть вон он, да, стоит, получается. Какие у нас варианты есть? Вверх, либо вниз. Вниз. Сколько же тут торганонцев, а? А, еще можно остановиться, да?
I'm headed for the bridge. Take me to the right level. But babe, you should know what level. Yes, of course I do. I just wanted to test whether... And is this the right? You should know that. Ah. Are you completely Of course I'm sure. I'm the bailiff. Good to know. Time to disembark. The bailiff said Oh, Cletus? No. Argus. You guessed it. And you must be Rufus. Some nerve you've got. Foolhardy and stupid, as always. Or don't you realize that I will now have to break every... Wait! Can't we come up with a more... I don't think so. The time for amicable agreement. I've been looking forward to this day. Put 'em up. Oh. Uh-oh. Ow! Hey!
И чё,
What have
полетели?
we here? A throttle valve to adjust the elevator's speed. Well, who needs that kind of thing? Ow! Oh!
Так, пробуем. Варианты. Педаль.
Hey!
И наверх. Стоп. Так, вниз. А он вверх, да, улетит, получается. Так, варианты. Тогда, соответственно, на педаль нажимаем и летим вниз. Он подлетает наверх. Мы жмем остановиться, и, возможно, он попадет вниз. Да.
Bailiff, the team is waiting
Waiting?
for your speech, and allow me to add that your speeches are always so eloquent. You play the crowd, and if I may say so, a less charismatic orator.
Интересно, как мы сейчас это должны будем сделать?
Your words are like inimitable, but here I am, just raving on. You should get started before the
Yes, no...
electrifier. Work your...
Just a minute.
Gentlemen, we are about to be addressed by our leader, our mentor, who just a moment ago personally assured me that the speech is about... And now, stand to attention!
Что-то я сомневаюсь, что у Руфуса это получится.
He knew this, and he just let me walk into it.
What an ass!
Yes,
Так, интересно, у нас на мини-игры будет или просто так он сейчас пообщается? Так, мини-игра. Ладно, давайте, на мостик.
is only one.
Каждый из нас задница.
That's how we were constructed. That is... I know. Why is he saying those things? Well, this is... Just look at... I know you all think... Because I'm acting like one. But why is that so?
Надо как-то их задобрить.
Because it is as a superior. One is all, and when I treat you shittily, you simply, in truth,
The hierarchy is nothing but... Just look around. What are we actually? We're supposed to destroy for people who don't do shit. Isn't it time to realize? Then why don't we do what is expected? And shit on. Come on, say we don't give a shit.
Так, одобрение.
I could name you the fact is, but is that something to be ashamed of? I say, for my part, I am an ass. And you're all, it's time to show the world, long live.
Так, по ходу дела одобрили.
Was it good?
Very inspiring. Like,
Great. But then I can, which way to the bridge?
but, what?
The him?
Exactly. Following each of your speeches, you can't have...
The hymn.
Так, а гимн? Мы же слышали гимн. Ну-ка, 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 вспоминаем.
Here we go.
Organon. Organon. Oh, oh. Organon. Organon.
Так, что нужно сделать? Ничего нет, им просто щелкайте по нотному стану и меняйте высоту звука и ноту, чтобы мелодия звучала правильно.
Organon. Organon. Oh, oh.
Что?
Organon. 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 Oh, oh. Organon.
Не понимаю, честно.
Or.
Ой, так, щелкните по нотному стану или меняйте высоту звука и ноту, чтобы мелодия звучала правильно. А, вверх-вниз.
Organon. Oh, oh. Organon.
Нет.
Organon. Organon. Oh, oh. Organon. Organon. Oh, organon. Oh, oh.
Так, давайте посмотрим, что нужно. Еще разок. Так, сердце. Так, ну по идее вот этот чувак как-то должен нам подсказывать, потому что он вертит головой. Нет. Так, раз тут висит сердце. Сердце. Сердце, сердце. Сердце. Сердце.
Organon. Oh, organon. Oh, oh.
А, понятно. То есть там, где сердечко, значит нравится.
Organon.
То есть нет, это получается...
Organon.
То есть это угадали, да?
Oh. Organon.
Так.
Organon. Oh, organon.
Смотрим.
Oh. Organon.
Вот сюда.
Organon. Oh, organon. Oh, oh. Organon. Organon. Oh, organon. Oh, oh. Organon.
Ну-ка, так, сердечко.
Organon. Oh, organon.
Organon.
Проверяем. Так,
Organon. 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 Organon.
так, вот, походу дела правильно сделали.
Organon.
Потому что пропало. есть-
Organon. Organon. Organon.
Да. То есть вот необходимо было просто выставить все, чтобы были сердечки. То есть это, соответственно, наша подсказка. Хорошо, почему нет? Так,
Ah, Cletus, there you are. There's your mysterious companion. I had hoped you would introduce me to the person who called...
Don't worry, she's on board. You should be more worried about the others who are also on board. Your precious bailiff Argus has moved the entire Organon to this high boat.
What? That can't be true. Where is that traitor?
You know, I've got good news and bad news regarding him. The bad news is someone's got to clean the floor of the elevator shaft.
он
I
выжил?
don't think that will be necessary.
Argus? I don't believe it. You are trying to deceive me? To bring the Organon to Elysium behind my back?
Yeah, but he didn't reckon with me. Oh, me!
What's going on here? Who is that?
I'm the real Cletus. He's just an imposter, which, strictly speaking, makes no difference. Plus or minus 2 zeros. My calculation turned out just right. This high boat is now under my control.
Not as long as I can prevent it.
Stop that!
This high boat is no longer bound for Elysium.
What? What? What?
I'm certainly not going to jeopardize the Utopian project by taking an invading army to Elysium. I'm initializing the destruction of Deponia. Right now, Elysium will have to start on its journey a little sooner than expected.
Stop! Ulysses! You fool! This is madness!
My decision stands. Don't try to stop me.
But
What?
what about the Deponians? When you detonate Deponia, what?
Enough energy to catapult Elysium towards the...
Have you no conscience?
Oh, I do, most, but it is necessary. And you are not going to...
But
Так, он, походу, дело психопат. Ну,
But what
что,
about the Organon?
много
What
имели
about
дело
it?
с
The
психопатами.
Organon was destined to be
but
Что насчет меня?
what? I don't want to die.
I know. You're the third prototype, aren't you? Yes. The tragic fate of the Alpha generation. That's why I took Argus under my wing back then. You may think you aren't one, but actually, it has always been your destiny to... And the fact that you don't want to die...
But what about you? You're gonna die as well.
True, but this is a sacrifice, and with all the suffering I have caused...
Ha! So you've got a conscience. You don't have to.
Oh, yes. I do.
But why would you want to? Who or what? I mean, Deponia may be no paradise, but many people do, and not everyone down there was.
I know the life down at the surface. I spent a long time there myself. That isn't a dignified...
For a bunch of stuck-up swellheads? Hey!
If you really want to know,
Дочери?
this is about my daughter.
А кто твоя дочь?
She lives on Elysium. I want a better life. I'm doing this goal.
No! You old fool! What have you done?
What do you think? In a few minutes, a radio signal, it will activate all the blast. Deponia will be destroyed. And Elysium can find... I saved my...
Вообще-то гол
I'm
тут.
afraid I have to contradict you, Dad.
goal? What? What? How?
I went to Deponia with Cletus. I knew you would never permit it. That's why I didn't.
The girl we were looking for, the one who took pity on these junkyard. This was about you?
Can't we celebrate this family reunion some other time? Deponia may blow up any minute now. Including us and your precious daughter. Exactly. What are you waiting for, Ulysses? Abort
Вот задачка.
destination.
But that's impossible.
Can we
Невозможно?
stop it somehow?
The only way would be to destroy the antenna.
The transmitting end.
But the transmitter is on top of it. Would be a suicide. Who would be crazy enough to try?
У нас
I'm
есть Клитус. Ой, нет,
So
какой
am
Клитус?
I. And I.
Да, в принципе, все психопаты, да, и Клитус, и Аргус.
I'm coming too.
You're
Даже
staying
гол.
here. You and I are going to have a...
Интересно, сейчас посмотрим. Уже какая-нибудь мини-игра будет. Или просто кат-сцена. Чё, ссыкуны? Так, какие варианты? Кабель. Антенна.
Oops. Why does that always happen to me with...
Так, антенну.
Why did... Here we go. Haven't got all...
Ну, Руфус самый смелый.
Whoa! Fout! You moron! You almost... Oh, I've heard that, but never actually. You have killed us, and that makes all the difference. That's quite enough. I've had it. You will hold yourself back. Leave the rest to us. You could jump. It's much too far. Or perhaps you could stop the rotor. Oh, don't be such a rude. The rotors are keeping the high boat upright. Even if we could block it, the high boat would collapse. That would be the end of us.
Так, нам нужно остановить ротор. Да легко. Что у нас есть? Пожалуйста, антенну. Пожалуйста, в ротор.
Step aside. Stop! Don't! I hit it! And you, of course. Same as always. Huh? Why? Just look. The transmitter fell into the rotor, and it keeps blinking like nothing happened.
Печаль, беда.
Oh, damn! How are we going to reach it?
Как нам его теперь достать? Ребята, идите в ротор, что я могу вам сказать?
There's a cat I can see. Any chance we could get there by down there? Just how stupid. Answer his question. Excuse me. You're the inspector. Then let's hear your assessment of what are the odds. Taking into account the rotation speed and the radius, the odds that we'd survive without being shredded.
Один из трех, то есть, соответственно, один из нас должен выжить.
That depends. It roughly corresponds to your brain cell.
Почему нет? Так,
Good thing. Or any other. Well, 1 in 3 isn't half bad. If the three of us all jump from different positions, but that's insane. Have you got a better plan? Oh, bugger off. It's all settled. It's all settled then. We count to...
что-то я сомневаюсь, что они прыгнут.
1, 2, 3.
Походу, нас подставили.
Rufus? Rufus, wake up!
Сейчас Руфус-то выжил. А Клитус?
What happened? You made it. Bravo. Where's Cletus? I don't think he made it, but I'm not quite sure. It all went down very fast. Now, do you see the antenna?
Так, ну вон антенна там внизу. Винт, 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 отверстие. Винт, винт. Поехали по винтам.
No, wait a second. If I loosen this screw, what?
На чем будет держаться мостик, а ну какая разница. Вот давай вот здесь вот будет держаться на вот этой штуке. Отвязывай здесь. Вот, а теперь... А, смотри, что нужно, я думаю, сделать. Надо вот... То есть нас должно вниз перекосить. Это вверх поднимется, это, наверное, вниз должно подняться. Сейчас попробуем. То есть просто-напросто как качель детская. Да.
Ha! I've got it! Do you hear me, Argus? I've got it! Very good. And now, destroy it! Piece of cake.
Как его сломать?
I don't want to fix it. I want to destroy... Does that thing have a self-destruct mechanism?
Так,
I
ротор.
can't reach it from here. If I throw it, it'll just...
Ну иди сюда тогда. В чем проблема-то? Так, отверстие. Ну-ка, закрепим. Чтобы он не наклонялся, да? Соответственно, вверх поднимемся и уже отсюда метнем наш ротор в ротор.
No! What? Destroying the transmitter. What else? You're not about to stick your hand in the rotor, are you? I knew you were an idiot, but the sheer folly of this really surmounts everything I've heard so far.
Все пальцы на месте?
I did it! The transmitter is destroyed! Deponia is safe! Yes, very impressive. But to make it a little more interesting, you blocked the rotor. Then help me up so we can get
Сейчас
the
мы
rotor running
шлепнемся.
again. It would be such a bummer if, after all, we're only a stone's throw. Yes, that's an idea. Another idea would be to let you rot down there. I suppose it depends. Depends on what? Your decision. Will you help me with my coup against the Council of Elders? Yeah, you...
Так, то есть нас сейчас пытаются переманить на свою сторону.
Is that...
No idea. You missed a...
We're about to crash? But we're... I can already see the airlocks.
The airlocks, you say? But of course.
The maintenance ladders.
Perhaps I can hold our position long enough so we can evacuate. Go and gather your friends together.
And what about the organons?
Them too, of course. Now that the detonation has been cancelled, I will inform...
But what about...
Go! There's no time. Go now!
I refuse to believe this. You still intend to have the organ... Why not? Where else could we go? I will never allow that to happen. Oh, come on, Rufus. Those soldiers down there... We share the same genes. Basic. Why should you be allowed to get to Elysium? Or 2 or 3? Where do you... You, perhaps? No, but so. What do you say?
Наверное, вот этот нужно.
Over my dead body. That's too bad. But it can't be helped. Somehow I knew you wouldn't. So long, Rufus. No, stop that!
Где же гол?
You rotten bastard!
О, фига себе. Выжил. Упс. Печаль, беда. Какой напряженный финал, а? Че, все что ли? Все трое
There
погибли?
you are again. Ah, it hurts. You're a fight, but now we're all in this. I think I can free my. Don't. The rotor is only stuck because we're all in between. As soon as one of us moves, it will start running. But if we continue blocking the one way or another, just how did we manage to end up in this? Don't look at me. You two messed it up this time. What? Can't come up with it? Let me think. Nah, it's so we can relax then.
Rufus!
Goal!
What's happened here?
Doesn't matter. You have to get us out of here, preferably before the high boat crashes.
Guess it's a little too late for that. Dad says that all these rotor failures have done. He's able to hold the high boat in position for now, but evacuation has already started. We've only got
Oh, great. Now everyone's getting to a little... Exactly. Get me out of... You can only save one of us before the rotor...
No, There must be a way to...
No, there isn't. Come on. Make a decision.
How can I decide? I don't even know who's who.
Так, теперь интересно, да? Ну, давайте, я
I
Руфус.
am Rufus. He's lying. I am... They're both bold-faced liars.
Oh, great. And now can the real Rufus give me some sort of proof?
Of course I can.
Так. Ну-ка.
I know something.
Oh, and what's that?
That I cooked breakfast.
Yes, that would...
Anyone could have guessed that.
Yes, but not...
Easy. We have... I don't think I can hold...
Rats! Now we're back to square one, and I still don't know who's who.
Угу. Ну-ка, я Клитус.
I am... What? That's not true. Nonsense.
Wait a minute. Does that mean that among the three of you, only Cletus is man enough to reveal his identity? It's what I had expected from Argus, but Rufus... After all we've been through, you don't even...
You're right, Goal. I'm sorry. Don't believe a word he says. I am Rufus.
Oh, really? Prove it.
Well...
Так. Ну, смотрите, появилось новое, да. Соответственно, все, что мы вот это вот будем говорить, скорее всего, это неправильно.
Who cares which of us is Rufus? The most important thing is that you... Ha! He just gave himself away. Exactly. The real Rufus, that's...
You're right. That really didn't sound like Rufus. Could it be possible that you changed that much?
The real Rufus will never...
Then, perhaps it's just another trick to look good.
No!
Правда, я не Руфус.
It's true. Rufus, that's him. What? Yes, yeah, sure. He's right. I am Rufus.
Is this a trick? A last desperate maneuver? You know, if I help him, it's too late to change your mind. You're going to fall and die.
Definitely. Just think. How can I be the real Rufus? The real Rufus is never gonna give up. He'll never change. And he'll never... let go.
Stop! No! No!
А почему они крутиться-то не начали? Я не понял.
Come on, Go. We need to get out. Come. Huh?
Hello, Rufus!
What?
Harry, what are
Buddy.
you doing here? You're my idol, you remember? And I follow you everywhere. No, seriously, I just wanted to tell you how much I admire what you're doing here. At first, of course, I was shocked, but then I did understand. Brilliant! Really! It was actually the only thing you could do. A genius plan! Even from a philosophical point of view. The ultimate altruistic deed. Huh. Wow! Rufus! The oh-so-resolute Rufus at last finally changed!
Упс.
Are you ready?
I don't know. Do you really think this outfit is appropriate?
But Rufus, everyone knows you're a Deponian. You remember that, right? You no longer need to pretend. Never again. You can simply be yourself.
Так это же
Forever.
Аргус.
Rufus.
But this is totally cool.
Ah, here come our heroes, the saviors of Deponia. Well, a fine mess you got us into, if I may say so. Your report poses us a difficult dilemma. Naturally, now that we know Deponia is inhabited, our journey to Utopia is cancelled for the time being. But the high boat is destroyed, and the cable is cut. And with so many new citizens, our resources will be used up even faster than expected. What will become of Elysium? Are we forced to land on Deponia? Is that the solution? So many questions.
I'm afraid I have no answers for you, Your Eminence. But this Deponian here is a true genius.
Who? Me?
If you're stuck for unusual ideas, his imagination knows no limit.
Go ahead. Any suggestion will be welcome.
But Goal?
You can do it.
Well, perhaps we could mount some rockets on Elysium.
Go on.
Or flying dragons. And if we put monster truck tires on a gigantic
Она поняла, что
dirigible,
это не он.
Tires?
then perhaps we could train a few eagles and
Getting back to those flying dragons, how big would they have to be?
oh, huge, with very large teeth, and they should breathe fire.
Это не может так просто закончиться. Что стало с Руфусом? А-а-а!
I'm closing my case. There's nothing left to say. Any last questions? I take that as a no. If you feel battered, your whole world is shattered, I may have a helpful suggestion for you. Just grab your harmonica and sing about Deponia. Rufus is a dream of a life more ideal, and the fact that sometimes there may be just one last chance to save the day if you let go. And if that's so, I'm off now for real.
Is off now for real.
Да не может быть такого конца. Руфус погиб, остался Аргус, остался Клитус. То есть Клитус, по ходу дела, сейчас за место Руфуса. Или это мягкий такой задел на 4-ю часть? Обалдеть. Ну что ж, я немножко в шоке от того, что произошло. Но, как есть, так и есть. С вами был Джениум. Это была игрушка Goodbye Deponia. Играйте в хорошие игры. Пока.